Have you ever read a great work? A great work of the past, a great book. Sat back and just read something so good and so fantastic. It's as though you were experiencing, so you were living another life. So you were out on an adventure. And so you were out there exploring some ancient land or some strange place, some strange planet or some strange existence. You never quite know what you're going to find as you read these great books, as you experience these tales of another perspective of another life, as you go through your life wondering what is it like to be of this, or go on this adventure or that, as you search throughout and look through in this book and that. Think of it, of all those great works of the past, all those great stories from Plato and on, of Alice in Wonderland, Peter Pan. There are so many great works and so many great tales of the past. I've gathered some of these great works to help us find lessons there as well. But I've found such great lessons in reading a good book. What have you learned as you've read that amazing adventure, or that scary story, what to mislead and to avoid? What lessons have you learned from those great books, those great stories and tales? So, I've also gathered here on the UnitedUnifiedBelief.com some of the great works of our past, some of the great stories and tales, adventures, exploration. But what do those lessons teach us? What do those stories teach us as we experience it from another's perspective, another's life, and another's existence? Another's who did this adventure or that, as they went on some crazy quest, or fought some dark evil, some dark force. But the good guy won out, and the bad guy lost. What did you learn from the last good book you read? What of the adventure that the characters went through? What times and what lessons have they gone through? What things have they been through? What situation? And when in your life have you felt a similar situation, something of its like? Not exactly equal, because, hey, that's another story, written by another's choice. But what will you do when a similar situation occurs in your life? Can you think about it? Think about when it has happened in the past, where you read a great book, and somewhere in your life that same kind of event took place. How did you handle it? Was it something like you read in that great book? Or was it different? But there's a lesson there to help you survive situations of troubles, to help you through the adventure. There's life of your choice, the story you write, that we write upon creation, our existence and our lives. Think about it. Think of a good book that has helped you in your life. A book of tales of adventure. And where has it helped you in your own adventure? But not exactly, because the situation was different. Different people, different environment, different items, but the same basic element. Think of a tale of old, and where you did, of yourself, of your own story, of a great adventure you had, and how it was similar to a great story that you had read in a book, or a great obstacle you overcame, like the heroine, the hero in that one story. Now, think of the path that lies before you, or the story you have yet to write. Which character will you choose to be? Which character in all those great books that you have read? In a situation, which one will you be like? Which one? Are you like the heroine, the adventurer, or just mundane, some side character? But they have adventures too. Each and every one does. What is the story you are going to write? What is the story they are going to write? How will it fit into all the great works, the great books and teaching? Who's going to choose what part here and there? What part are you going to choose? Why are you going to truly choose it? For to choose it, you must create it. Another can't do it for you. What character do you choose there? So what will your story be? Will it be a like to these great works? In parts, here and there, it already is. So characters. Or maybe it's something different, something new. See what you've chosen before in your own story. Of all of them. Not just the choices you want, but the choices you don't. Your character full. All the choices you made. Where do you now sit in your story? That you create your character within the story. In life and creation and existence. How is it like to these great works? How is it different than that character or this? How do the characters combine? What do this character share with that? Unique each. They share something. Each one. And don't of others. What do you share with them and all the choices you've made? What don't you share with this character or that? But what do you share with that character or that character? So explore. Look about at these great works. See of what you do share and what you don't. What you might choose to create if a situation should arise. So explore these great works and read them as though you are experiencing them. That's what it is. It's like you're experiencing it. A whole other life. And then bring that as lessons to your own life to aid you along your path. Thank you for your time. Christopher David Clayton of the United Unified Belief.